Newcomer Tom Christie, played by Mark Lewis Jones, has decided to build a church, or meeting place as Jamie Fraser, Sam Heughan, has demanded it be called, on the ridge for his followers. It came in especially handy when Granny Wilson, and Kid, died and Tom asked Roger, Richard Rankin, to lead the funeral. While Roger has never been a minister, he learned a thing or two from his adoptive father and was prepared to give the service. Unfortunately, things didn't go to plan. As the service was underway, Jemmy pulled at Claire Fraser's, Katrina Balfe, coat, and while she initially told him to be quiet, it didn't take long for her to realize what was wrong. Looking up, Claire noticed Granny Wilson wasn't quite as dead as her family believed. Feeling her chest, she realized the elderly woman had an aneurysm and would dead very soon. Before she died, again, Granny Wilson took time to scold her son-in-law and daughter for not providing a fitting funeral service. As things descended into chaos, Roger stepped in and demanded they be respectful of one another, savoring their final moments together. When Granny Wilson did finally die, Roger resumed the funeral and the sin eater, David Gunny, was able to fulfill his duties. Recalling filming the scene, Richard told Express.co.uk, "It was ridiculous. I mean, how do you play that? I don't mean ridiculously written, I mean ridiculously shot. The idea of that scenario is ridiculous. Obviously you have to apply that period sort of, their idea or conception of that would be the devil or demons would be involved and all sorts of things. We do have that sort of theme running through it." Richard continued, "Obviously in a more contemporary setting you'd apply science or medicine to such a thing happening. But we don't really have that information, or at least, the other settlers don't have it." Looking back on what it was like to film, the actor explained not everyone was great at keeping a straight face. It was difficult to film in terms of, pardon the pun, corpsing, because the way she comes back to life and the way people react, Richard shared. Katrina was having a hard time keeping a straight face, we were all having a hard time trying to be serious about the most ridiculous situation. And then the family, the three of them all have this little moment where she's woke up and she's saying silly things and not silly things, but things you wouldn't expect. Like, have you paid this or are you pocketing my cash? They're having this little domestic and then she dies again. You're like, what? It was a lot of fun to shoot, but it was bizarre. The shoot was bizarre. Richard concluded, "It's a brilliant scene but I found it ridiculous to film though." The actor also shared his opinion on Tom, who was once an adversary of Jamie's. Tom's approach to Christianity is questionable, but you can see with the children, Alan and Malva, that things are going to go awry at some point, he teased. "It's just a case of how. But they're great." Outlander Season 6 is available to stream on Starz in the US, and Starz Play in the UK.